Have you lost faith in the Ravens?
I have. And I still have a headache from watching that collapse last night because I want to love this team so badly year after year after year. And this kind of thing just keeps happening. I can't remember a game in which I gained so much respect for a team because after 3 quarters, I said, this thing is over for everybody in the AFC. Like, this is by far the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I lost all that respect through the 4th quarter, slowly but surely. And in the end, I sat back and I said, this team is psychologically flawed. There's something missing in the psyche of this team with the head coach and the quarterback and the running back. Something is wrong. Because when you sit back and look at the big picture, this team gave up almost 500 yards and 41 points on opening night at Buffalo. But this same team, after 3+ quarters, had hung 40 on Buffalo at Buffalo. Derrick Henry looked bigger and faster than I've ever seen him, ever.
Yeah.
And Lamar, he had the late great escape where I just said, no human can do that when he escaped 7 potential sacks and then ran for 30 yards.
Yeah.
I just said, that's too good. And then they're up 40-25 until 4 minutes are left, and Derrick Henry takes a real routine handoff, and Ed Oliver jumps it and just reaches out and just literally just flicks the ball out of Derrick Henry's hands. And I'm like, what? That just happened? Josh had just gotten away with the lucky pass. Kincaid hit it at the goal line and tipped it up, and Keon Coleman caught it in the back of the end zone. So all of a sudden, the one score, you're saying, it's a one-score game. And here they come, and Buffalo blew 3 2-point conversions, including the late one where Josh threw a poor pass because Keon Coleman's 6'4". He's up on a 6'1" corner Wiggins, and you just got to throw it up where you can just jump ball it. And he threw a poor pass, and it's easily broken up. So I'm saying you guys are trying to lose this, and it gets to 4th and 3 at the 38 for Lamar and John Harbaugh, and you guys will probably disagree, but I was fine with them punting because their punter had launched a 59-yarder and a 51-yarder before the last punt, and he gags it. And it only goes 42, and they get it out at the 20 instead of back at the 3 or wherever they could have locked them up. And here they came, and it's shooting fish in a barrel. It's like candy from babies. You're just pass, complete, pass, complete, pass, complete. And I'm saying, I thought this was that they had a top 10 defense last year. What? There's nobody. There's no pass rush, and there's no coverage whatsoever. And you sit back and you say, come on, Lamar, you just got to figure this out. Somebody has to say no to that up 40-25, and Buffalo said yes. And that was my final takeaway. You want to go?
I'll go. I wouldn't say I lost faith in the Ravens because I never had faith in them.
Okay.
Like, this is the Ravens.
Well, you did pick them to win this game.
I did, because it's a regular season game. You know what I'm saying? I know they got big game problems, man. They
got big game problems.
I got a text in my group chat last night that said, hey, the Ravens gonna Raven. That just made me laugh last night. But they got big game problems, man, whether it's opening night this year, whether it's opening night last year, whether it's the AFC chip, the divisional last year, the AFC chip in 23, the wild card in 22. It's a big game, and they got big game problems, man. So they're going to come out and they're going to look like the best team weeks 1 through 17, but when it's a big game, they're going to find a way to Raven. You know what I'm saying? So I never really had faith in them guys.
Who do you blame that on? You blaming it on the quarterback?
Coach. I know who I blame it on, honestly. The football guys do not fuck with the Ravens, Skip. For some reason, they look like the best team in the league, and the football guys let them, y'all think you're the best team in the league, right? And then they strike down on them, and they let a tip, Keon Coleman catch the touchdown. Then they let the ball just pop out of Derrick Henry's hand. then it's just one play after another at the end of games. It's not like they come out and they just get their head beat.
No.
And they look like the trashiest team. No, they look like the best team in the league, and they always find a win. I'm a firm believer in these football guys. You get out what you put in, and they got to change something in their off seasons for them to be able to finish games like this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gil.
Now, I'm with you on the football guys because, listen, the game itself, as a neutral party, it was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you watched two Titans just go at it.
You did.
MVP guys. Like, if you're talking about that's the last game we get to watch, none of us can say we were disappointed.
Can't complain.
Right? Both quarterbacks did exactly what they needed to do to win that game. I mean, when you're up 40-25 with 4 minutes left, the chances of you losing that game is 1 in 1,000.
Right.
Yep.
That's, you know what I mean? And when you're talking about the football guys, you're really talking about football guys. Buffalo and Josh needed everything to go right for them to win that game, and Lamar to do everything on offense wrong to lose that game. I mean, you're talking about a tip, overthrown pass tip, Keon catches it.
That might have been fourth down. Was that fourth down? The Keon touchdown?
It was.
Look, that's a fourth
No, it
down.
was.
Tip.
The game would have been over.
Touchdown.
Yeah,
The game is over right there.
Like,
The football guys let it get all the way to that point.
Yeah.
And then they say, all right, well,
And
who
half the
put the
stadium
most in
was
this
on.
offseason?
Yeah.
They did. Yum.
you're
Strike down on them, man.
about, but then obviously Derrick Henry, when he scored over 100, when he's rushed over 100 yards, they're 10-0. This is the one game they lost.
Yeah.
Right? You're talking about him fumbling, right? They scored another touchdown. Shit, I mean, on the 2-point conversion, hit the hands, hit the back of his helmet. If he was turned around, that's a catch too. So when you're talking about everything went right, even this play, they threw it to Keon down the middle, and he gets tripped up. That needed to happen
did.
for them to win the game.
It helped.
If,
It did.
if they scored, Lamar has the ball back.
Yeah.
Like, so it worked perfectly for Josh Allen. I mean, when you're talking about being a hero, that was the moment.
Yeah.
That was the moment that he needed. How he played that game was a perfect ending from him. That was fate. There's nothing you can do about that. So me personally, I don't take anything away from the Ravens. Like, they showed that they was whooping ass. Like, you couldn't stop them.
Man.
Quarterback playing and coaching shows me that the reason that they lose these games in the fourth, last year they were number 1 through 3 quarters. They were, 29th in the league in fourth quarter points. It shows me it's because of coaching style, right? You become scary. You became a college basketball coach up 20. Now you want to run offense. Offense didn't get you there. Your athletes got you there.
Yeah.
Right? Now you want to actually show that you can coach, and you slow down the momentum of your team, and you choke off the game. And that's what it showed me, in that fourth quarter, last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and to add to that, what a lot of people aren't talking about was that missed extra point too. I feel like really changed the moment. Or we'd be in overtime right now, and who knows what would have happened. But
Loop.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good because last week on the show I picked the Bills
Well,
to win the Super Bowl. So I forgot I should have worn my Buffalo outfit today like Gil. So I'm feeling good, but no, I haven't lost faith.
were you feeling good at 40-25?
No, I was feeling terrible.
Okay.
I probably would have been with the rest of the fans walking out the stadium they did when it went. I mean, as soon as Lamar dropped back, he went back 25 yards, ended up gaining 19 to get in the first down, and then Derrick Henry went for 45 the next play. I was about to turn it off. If we weren't doing the show today, I was going to turn it off.
Yeah.
It was game over. But then they missed the extra point. You're hanging on a little bit. But no, I haven't lost faith in the Ravens. I really haven't. I mean, we watched, like you guys mentioned, a playoff game last night in week 1. Those are 2 of the best teams in the NFL. I truly believe that the Ravens are going to figure it out. They're going to go back. They're going to get over that hump, and they're going to make a run deep in the playoffs this year. Lamar is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I have full faith in him, and that was on display last night, like you guys mentioned. And I agree with you on this, Skip. Derrick Henry looked as good as he's ever looked in his career at 31 years old.
Fast.
And there were arguments about don't pay him He's past his prime, and you wait for that hump, right? You wait for that. It's 31, 32. When's it going to be to where a running back gets out of his prime? He looked phenomenal last night. Zay Flowers didn't get talked about a lot. He looked really good. That offensive line was dominant. I watched Andrew Voorhees at left guard, who was a former USC Trojan, just pancake block after pancake block. The holes, I mean, Skip and I could have ran through those holes. It was awesome to see. Now, where I do have concerns, though, and where I don't say lose the faith, but I struggle a little bit with seeing them win a Super Bowl this year is defense. And you go in there, and I know you're playing the reigning MVP, but your secondary gets exposed, and your defensive line gets exposed, and the pass rush is non-existent, and those two work hand in hand. But you let Josh Allen go out and throw for 395 yards, and you also have him throw the ball 46 times, and he dropped back over 50, but he scrambled, and you get one sack, the whole game, one sack, and you're supposed to be this great defense, and that's what's going to lead you to the Super Bowl this year. And I know you have these players on offense, but you got to get over the hump with the defense, and you can't get the job done. Now, I did have some issues with Buffalo's defense as well, so I'm worried about that, but we'll talk about that another time. But, you know, you go out there and you struggle against Josh Allen. And I know he's the reigning MVP, like I mentioned, but it forces me to think that they aren't going to turn the page, and they're not going to get it figured out. They're not going to get it done. And last year it might have been, you know, Mark Andrews dropping the ball and Lamar Jackson fumbling. Yep. Maybe this year they go in the playoffs against Josh Allen and them again, or the Chiefs, and they give up 350 yards passing again. You know, is that going to be the issue? But I will say this. The one thing I do disagree with you on, Skip, from a player standpoint, is I hate that they didn't go for it on 4th and 3. I really do. Yeah. I really, really hate that, because you're looking at what your defense is doing, right? Your secondary is getting exposed. You have no pass rush. And those
own 38.
You're at your own 38. I get that.
With 1:30 left.
But my point was, and I wrote in my notes, and you can look at them, and I said, if the Ravens don't get a first down and put the game away here, and Josh Allen gets another chance, the game's over. Buffalo's going to win this game. It's over.
They scored 3 times in the last 4 drives before that. So, why punt it?
But why put it? And the point is why take the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hand? I mean, the person that's making you win this game or helping you win this game is Lamar Jackson. I know he fumbled, but Derrick Henry. Those are the two guys that have been making the plays all night to win this game. Your defense is getting exposed. Why not let them finish? If I'm John Harbaugh, I am living and dying by number 8 every single time in that situation. So that's something that I didn't like. And like I said, overall.
Are you second guessing, or did you first guess it at that moment?
As soon as it was 4th and 3 at the -38, my first initial thought was, keep the offense on the field and go for this.
Same.
Don't take the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hand.
We saw so many great plays by Todd Monken last night. It was fake jet tunnel screens and plays where they pulling guys. You got to respect Derrick Henry, or you got to guard Lamar. And bro, y'all got so many plays y'all can run at this time in the game, or even just the last drive period, not even on 4th down. But it gets so bland and vanilla power. Power. Like, bro, run some of them fucking plays you ran and got 9-10 yards on before. So half of it's on Todd Monken, half of it's on Harbaugh. Man, they just find a way to lose
played for the Ravens defense, and they went for it on 4th down and missed. You would be furious with the Harbaugh, because you'd say, we're just chopped liver over here, right? They're the Ravens.
I mean, but we were chopped liver on that. If I did what we did that night and coach decided to go for it, I'd be like, shit, I feel why coach going for it, because we ain't doing our fucking job. They just scored on us 3 out of the last 4 drives. Why would we punt it to them? Like, nothing says punt it to them. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, and on your last
I would respect
drives, you'd not gotten a first down. So,
but greatness is greatness.
To shut you down.
But greatness is greatness. I mean, they made history last night. They made history in the 4th quarter, opening night, 22 points in the 4th quarter. That's the most, right? 16 points in the last 4 minutes. That's the most in history.
Josh Allen threw for 250. What did he throw for? 251. That's history right there. He never did
I mean, that's a game. You know,
exactly.
So when you're
why punt it to him if you're doing that to us in the 4th? Why am I going to give him the ball back?
Because you got a top 10 defense from last year.
Not last night, though.
But I also got Derrick Henry,
top
Lamar
5 in their position.
And I got the most creative plays in the NFL. Like, I don't know if you understand, Skip. I was looking at these plays like, oh, my God, Todd Monken. It's no way to defend that shit. It's either Lamar with a one-on-one. If Lamar can't get 3 yards with a one-on-one,
that's on him.
Like, that's on Lamar. I'm going to put the game in Lamar's hands. Lamar, get us 3 yards. Run the play where you pull. Derrick Henry, the linebackers got to respect it. They got to get over the top and respect it. Pull it. Lamar, one-on-one. Get 3 yards. I'm going for it every time.
It's like you're not in present time. Like, if I'm watching a game as a coach, right, I'm looking exactly at what's going on. This man is on fire, right?
real.
There's no way I'm giving him the ball back, right? If Steph Curry, Michael Jordan done hit the last 7 out of 7 shots, I'm winding this shit down. I am not giving that man the ball back in his hometown. I mean, this is like the Ray Allen shit all over again. You was there, Skip, right?
Was I?
Right, like the arena left, things happen. Now this man has the ball. Why would you even do that? No one does that, right? I'm going to put the ball in my best player's hand. I got 2 of them killing all night.
Yep.
I need y'all to make a play. Do whatever it needs. Because what happens is exactly what happens. You kick the ball back. This is not 11 on 11 anymore. Once he got that ball back, playing the way he's been playing, that crowd, Bills Mafia, that's the 12th man.
Yeah.
Now, once the 12th man kicks in, what happens? Referees got tight ass, right? That means pass interference.
Nope.
That might get called easier now because the crowd is rowdy. They're at home. Everything swung this way. That's what you don't want to happen. You don't want Josh Allen playing the way he's been playing, coming down with the last drive. Just like if it was reversed. If Keon scored that play and didn't get sacked, you don't want Lamar coming down with the last second shot, right? So I personally would have went for the game over.
Same.
Right? I want to put the ball. Listen, you are a back-to-back MVP for a reason. Do it.
And it's 2.5 yards. Like,
Yeah.
3.
a little shorter than 3, Skip.
I mean, if it was a defensive battle and it was 2017 and the defense has been winning all night on both sides of the ball and Lamar's not at his best and Josh Allen's at its best, then okay, then I'd argue, all right, punt it away, pin them deep, and force them to go win the game. The other factor, too, is that if they were in Baltimore and then you get the crowd involved with crowd noise, because I promise you from a quarterback standpoint, there's nothing worse than going on the road in a game-winning situation.
Right.
I mean, you can't hear anything. It's loud. When you're at home, we're normal cadence. I'm going, hey, check. I can make any check I want at the line.
Yep.
When you're on the road, that check and shit, that's out the window. You can't make a check. You got to go up there and live with it, or you hand signal, then you don't have a timeout, or you get a delay of game. Those things are a factor, and then that leads to sacks. So if they were in Baltimore, then I understand it. But I sit there, and the stat we just talked about, John Harbaugh blowing all of these double-digit leads. I just feel like if I'm Harbaugh in that situation, I sit there, all right, what's my gut telling me? What's my mind telling me? Punt it. No. Let's go opposite of that because I haven't been able to get that done. I'm giving the ball to number 8. I'm going to do opposite of what I've always done so I can figure it out, let Lamar go get it. You have the best player in the NFL in Lamar Jackson. I really believe that. He's the most athletic player in the NFL, and I felt bad for Joey Bosa last night. How do you stop that? You zone read, you're late to get on the backside. They did a good job of the scraping over the top. That helped a little bit. But at the end of the day, you're dead. You're dead in the water. If you take one step down, Lamar can run out there. And then you add the RPO, which is the pass option to it. You can kick it out to Zay Flowers if they do come upfield. You have so many different things you can do in that situation instead of just punting it and letting Josh Allen go down and win the football game.
By the way, did you just go Game 6 of 2013 Finals? Was that your reference?
Yeah.
Ray Allen?
Yeah. That was a Ray Allen. Everybody left.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And by the way, LeBrick, the tying 3. Do you remember that? Bad shot.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. But he did.
Rebound.
No. But he did score and created 22 out of the 25
But he
points.
missed the tying shot, and Tim Duncan, for some reason, was out of the game at that point, and Bosch went and ran down the rebound and kicked it to Ray in the corner.
And that was Ray's only point in that whole.
Just for the record.
He needed. I mean, Ray Allen. That was the least he could do is have 3 points in.
It's the timing.
Regular time.
Back to the Ravens. I'm not buying that the gods have it in for the Ravens. I can't go there.
No, for this game.
Something is flawed internally. Maybe it's the coach. I see a lot of Ravens fans all over social media. They want Harbaugh gone, but they've wanted him gone for like 3 years. and every year they're like in the championship game. You can't tell me he's a bad football coach. And I've also seen him put the ball in Lamar's hands in several crucial situations and go for it and let him get it. He was just playing. Any football coach at that point, worth his salt, he's just going to punt the football because you're on your own. The game is going to be over with a minute and a half left if you miss it. It's too dicey. It's too dangerous because the Bills' defense was on fire just as much as the quarterback was. So you try to punt him inside the 10, but the punter misses it. He gags, okay? And now he's got the ball out at the 20 instead of backed up at his 7, like you thought you would back him up. But this just keeps happening to that team and that head coach, because that's now 6 of the last 10 losses they've had back to 23. They've been up with under 5 minutes left. Well, that's wrong. You know, you're too. I think we all agree. Are they not the best team in the league? Seriously, just
the roster,
paper.
talent. Yeah,
They showed it all the way up to the 4-minute
best
mark.
team in the league. And at 40-25, I'm thinking it's over, man. Like, not the game. I'm talking about the AFC is over.
Definitely.
That's how good they are.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they added Jair Alexander, who Green Bay cut. I'm sure the Packer fans were celebrating this last night because he had a long fourth quarter, man.
Yeah.
He just did. I don't know why, because I like him. You said the other day you really like him.
I love him.
Okay? So what happens? I don't know. It felt like they were front running and showboating a little bit early in, like in the first half of the fourth quarter. Every time I saw them on the bench, they were acting, their body language said, this is over. And you just can't. That's where somebody, I don't know if it's the quarterback or the running back or the head coach, or somebody has to say, it ain't over. Somebody has to put the fear of God in the bench area, that we can't act like this. And we're about to get to Lamar shoving the kid, but they were really celebrating. That was D-Hop's one-hand catch. That's when you thought, oh, you got him too? Like he's going to be on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My God.
It was,
hey.
even that's what I said. Add the kick to it. Like you needed all of this to win. There's just some games that's just meant for you to lose. If I'm the Ravens, listen, I am concerned about our play calling in the fourth quarter. I am, because obviously this is a trend, right? And it's one I remember as a player. It was the 2006-07 year. We were scoring about 110 at home, about 94 on the road, right? I was averaging 33 at home, 18 on the road, and I couldn't figure what it was. So I had to go back and watch tape and realize at home, coach let us go out and just do our thing. On the road, damn near called 100 plays. Sometimes.
Who was the coach at that?
Eddie Jordan. And I had to go up to him and say, hey, coach, man, listen, I've been looking at this little trend. On the road, just let us loose. Like, we should run up and down on the road, right? Because we're against the odds. Like, we're sitting here trying to play perfect basketball, and it's working against us because they're comfortable. We got our tight ass. They loose.
Yep.
No offense. But that's what it looks like. It just looks like they're playing scary football in the fourth. And that's not the way you're going to win games. Like you have to be like loose going into like the first 3 quarters. Like literally the score was 40-25. You couldn't be stopped. You stopped yourself with the bullshit plays.
I know, but what's funny is
the bullshit play. Go ahead, Skip.
It felt like it was 50-25, and it's still a 2-score game, and you can't get it through your head because they look like dynamos. Like the 40-25, it's still 2-score, right? I mean, you
feel like it. But
Look what the bullshit plays are.
Yeah.
The tip ball, then he come catch it, right?
Okay.
Against the Chiefs, it's literally a toe on the line.
It was.
Right? It's Andrews just dropped. He just dropped the rock.
He dropped.
It's Andrews, he flat out just drop
and he never does.
Easiest catch of his life.
Right. Okay. So you said the
feel
gods
me?
have
This
done
ain't
How?
You gotta zen that locker room, man.
Hey, I'm telling you,
that's
you ain't doing something right.
You gotta sage that shit.
The times when you gotta sage your off season, because the times that I didn't do shit right, I bullshit throughout the whole off season, right? I come in the season, I get I'm at 10 interceptions. I'm at 6 interceptions and 2 touchdowns through week 10.
Yep.
There's a DMVP conversation for me, right?
Yep.
What the football guys do to me. Sham! Pop that hamstring. You ain't, It look good. They like tease you, and then they take your ass out because you ain't put in the time this offseason to be in a DMVP conversation. So, they got to do something with that offseason if they want to see the results in the season.
Maybe
I'm
you should
telling
have gone to church. You ever thought about that?
I go to church. I believe in God. You see me talking about the football guys right now. I'm a firm believer in God. You know what I'm saying?
Them 3 eyes say you don't know.
That's stuff to me.
Be that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Did I show up? You feel me? I make an appearance here and there. You know what I'm saying?
That stuff to me, though, the football gods and
It's
things
real.
Like I get it, but to me last night, that was momentum, is what I thought it was in that moment. Now, you can call it a lucky catch, you can call it all these things, sure, but the momentum was going for the Bills. I don't care, Skip, if they were at the 38 or they started at their own -8, whatever it may be. They were going to win that game. I think everybody in the stadium knew that. When your secondary can't
the
cover
3-4 something left, right?
well, the ones that were still there,
Yeah.
or everybody watching from home. But when your secondary can't cover and you can't get a pass rush, you're done. And they couldn't do that in the second half. But Keith will tell you, if your pass rush is non-existent, you got to cover now for 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. That's impossible. But if you can cover on the back end, maybe we can get some coverage sacks. When both of those aren't working and you have to go into a 2-minute drill to win the game, there's no shot in hell that you're winning that game with Josh Allen, the reigning MVP, and you've got Keon Coleman who's catching his stride and these other guys around him that are playing well. When your secondary and your defensive line, neither one of them are playing well, and you have to go to a 2-minute drill, it's over. Leave the ball in Lamar's hands. Let him go for it.
So how the
and if you don't
Bills-
get it, they kick a field goal and shit. We lost.
How the Bills win it? They gave up 40. They secondary sucked.
Yeah.
They pass rush sucked. But they won.
But if you look at Josh Allen on the sideline versus Lamar Jackson, Lamar, they're chilling. They're like, they got it. Josh Allen never felt like this game was over. If you looked at him on the sideline, he every
Agreed.
second was like, this game is not over.
And it was momentum.
But Lamar, then they're like,
Momentum.
this game is
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, it was whooping ass from the beginning. It was ass whooping.
They should've felt like
so
that.
they just chilling the whole game. I mean, it's 4 minutes, something that if you did 1,000 times, Josh pulls that out once. This is.
But this is happening to the Ravens over and over
But
and over.
this was special. When you're talking about, if you question his MVP last year, he came back and showed you how gifted, how great he is in real time. No matter what we say about Lamar and pulling out plays, this man did it. Like when we're talking, this is his this is back-to-back MVP year for him to lose. What he did last night will stick in all voters' minds.
It will.
Bro, he
Right?
sailed
It's
the
close
ball.
with anybody.
He
They're gonna
sailed the ball on 4th down over a guy head by 4 feet.
Miss it. Yeah.
He missed the shit out of him on 4th down. And that's MVP quality? No, bro, that's not MVP quality football.
No, but it is.
He
You know
didn't
why?
do that. It was 4th down. He sailed the ball 4 feet over a guy's head.
It's Kincaid.
But when it's your time,
come
when
on,
it's your
man.
time, it tips it. It goes in your
Bro,
mouth.
what was so amazing about that?
Huh?
Did you think
That
I thought he was
wasn't
trying
that
to get
amazing.
secure behind him?
I thought he went wild high to Kincaid.
See, I
at the
thought
goal.
I think it was Khalil Shakur behind him. I think he was trying to get him the ball, and then Kincaid tipped it, and then it just happened to be 3 on
See,
top.
we don't
of each
know what
other,
he
and-
tried to do.
I know,
You know what I'm saying?
but-
We don't know what he tried
and
to
then
do.
Coleman caught
Let
it.
him tell it. He threw a tip pass. He wanted it to tip off Kincaid's hand, and Keon catch it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he
Come
was
on, man.
going to Shakir in the background, but I don't know. Either way, they caught it. Momentum's a real thing.
I know.
You can call it football gods. You can call it all these. And
Hey,
the
them
other guy
football
too, that's not
gods
getting
is
enough
a
credit
real
in this
thing now.
is Joe Brady. He called a phenomenal game. He did call a great game in that second half. When they had those 3 and outs back to back in the first quarter, the beginning of the game, I thought it was over then. I thought there was no way they're going to slow down the Ravens. I thought they weren't going to get back on track on offense. But momentum's a real thing. In the second half, they figured out in-game adjustments. Those things matter. And whatever you want to call it, there was some lucky plays. You need those sometimes.
bunch of
But
You need those.
at the end of the
A
game,
bunch.
still, we take all that out. I will still stand firm. Don't take the ball out of 8's hands. Let him go get it. And if he doesn't get it, we die and they go down and kick a field goal. So what? But at least Lamar
And
Jackson
then the
had a
timing
chance
of
to
it,
win.
too. If you giving the ball on the 38, maybe you have a little time to get the ball back. You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Good point.
It'd be close, but
It'll be right there. But I mean, then you're hoping his greatness.
Because they had their timeouts.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's
like-
what I'm saying. You still got your timeouts. Maybe you make them kick a quick field goal or whatever.
So Cody's front running on his Buffalo Bills today, but I'm going to remind you, bottom line, they gave up 238 yards rushing at home.
They did.
They
At
was
home.
trash,
And I-
too.
238.
I
Both
mentioned I'm
defenses was trash.
feeling really bad about that Buffalo defense, but we're not talking Buffalo's defense
Okay.
right now. We're talking
I
Ravens.
didn't look this up, but I will for tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
I don't know how many teams have ever given up 238 rushing at home and lost
Probably
the game.
very little.
It's hard to do, man.
It got to be
Okay.
a first or second. It
gotta
hasn't
be
happened
close.
that
No,
many
that's
times.
bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
it may have never happened.
Right.
238.
Yeah.
Because that's ridiculous.
I agree.
Man, they both played a great game, man. Like,
A great offensive
Yeah, it
game.
was a great offensive
See,
game.
I'm a
man.
defensive
It
guy,
was
so I
fun.
kind of look at
Yeah.
the game like, oh, this is trash.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, bro, this is trash
I
right
was sitting
here.
there like,
I'm a former quarterback. Yeah, I'm loving it. Hey,
Yeah.
who wins last night, though? Your Rams beat either one of those teams last night, Gil?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them.
because we can't prove it. Yeah. I'm on my skip sheet. Yeah.